I'm
90 dead.
Operator standing. Op 4 eliminated.
Oh, bullshit because
Yapping off the rip, bro. Live take. There was a video I watched by Sin Val, and there was a scenario where he was stuck in a position, like super duper stuck. He was stuck between a wall. It was on layer to be exact, and he was nomad. I forgot the clip, but fudge, I have other clips that I have, but I want to explain to you guys. You could be the best. Hold on. Sorry, text sister. You could be the best copper in the game if you understand these three things from each side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play an attack on AI and defense, and I'm gonna try to put myself in a scenario where it's going to be shown, and in here as well it will be shown too. Just pay attention. So one of the first things about attack is once you start, you cannot go back. Like once you get in the building, you cannot decide to run back outside and reset. There's ways to reset as an attacker, but reset comes with communication, and it also comes with picking up where you left off, picking up where your teammate left off, picking up where you can possibly get a kill or possibly get someone knocked, or some type of intel that you can use for your team. What are you doing right there? Yeah, some type of intel for your team to use. Right here. Wait, what? So that's one thing. Once you get in the building, you cannot come out. An example, you see these guys roaming around. As an attacker, you can't decide, so you know what? I'm gonna leave this and go back outside. You can't do that. You can, but your back is turned and you get killed. So you have to push forward. Pushing forward may seem fast, may seem slow, but at the end of the day, you must push forward no matter what. No matter what, you must push forward. So once you start, you can't go back. There is a such thing as a reset call. Reset, all it is, it's resetting what wasn't working the first time. No. Resetting is kind of like, it's self-explanatory. It's kind of like resetting your phone. You power off and then you power back on. So it's kind of like a refresh, basically. It's being fully aware enough that you can honestly not do anything for like the last or first 20 seconds. Maybe if you're lucky, 20 seconds. That's you talking to your teammates. That's you droning more. That's you communicating. That's you pinging. That's you doing everything in your power just to help this time to not bypass. Because remember now, defense have the time. Don't let time bypass, but let the time work in your favor, even at the last second. That's where you see the powerful clutches. You have a 5v5 and it's like 10 seconds left, and all of a sudden the attack wins. Why? Because they had a reset time, or they had some type of information that the enemy didn't know they had. So that time was at an essence, and it works in the attack's favor because they execute. Another thing. Should I use? I click again. Another thing. A lot of guessing and pre-firing. You notice when people are stuck in a scenario or a spot where they pre-fire or shoot anything, or even better, that adrenaline rush happens, is like you get one kill and this guy is pre-firing, shooting, running around fast, flicking, you know, spinning around, because it's having enough awareness that teammates might be around. So if you kill one person, possibly his teammates might be around. That's where wall bangs come at. That's where pre-fires come at. That's where trying to take the initiative and the idea of someone might be here. Someone might be in this vicinity. Someone might be in this spot. Someone might be, you know, watching this angle. And it's just pre-firing, just guessing. And sometimes when you guess a lot that you're right. So you won't really call it guessing. You would call it timing. You would call it precision. You would call it for what it is. You know, give yourself credit. If you wallbang somebody off of guessing, okay, cool. Okay, you know that. But once you keep on getting the pre-fire every single time, you, of course, one, you know the map, and then two, you honestly get the habit of knowing someone's gonna possibly come through here, you know? Because in most scenarios, for example, when it comes to my ranked games, as Tubral, I like to have this open and shoot through here. It's above me. For example, as a defender on Tubral, as Tubral, I would sit all the way back here and just look through here for attackers to push through, because it's not only a strat, but it's a mindset. It's definitely a mindset, and you have to keep the enemies on their toes, because sometimes it gets hard when it's like a 1vx scenario and you can't do anything because you're a useless operator. Like Jacko, I can't do shit unless I see footprints, you know? But Lion, he can scan and move around without no problem because they have to move on his call, on his go. Cool. I heard it, but I didn't actually hear him. Wow. Yeah. A lot of guessing, a lot of pre-firing, a lot of shooting through walls. Use the map to your advantage. Exhaust pipes, the fucking extinguishers, the walls. Use the environment to your advantage because you can do it. Even though you don't see the person, you just have that heat-seeking vision. Someone's gonna possibly walk through here, and you get the coolest wall bang ever. Make that a custom. Because even the bad players do it on accident. So you might as well do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least for attack is use and spawn peeking where you're useful and you can help. That sounds like a clusterfuck. Use and spawn. Use and spawn go hand in hand because you could be any operator. Let's say that. You could be any operator. But where you spawn at is depending on how fast and how slow the attack will happen. You can have a 0. You can have Ying. If you need Ying as much as you need 0, you need to have your Ying ready before the 0. Because the Ying is the one who's flashing. The 0 is the one who's having the cameras. So in a scenario where you want to rush something or flood something, you would have your Ying front line. And then once that Ying goes off, you put the cameras. The moment, okay, yeah, I was right. When you want to execute something, you would make the Yings go out, and then as the Yings go out, as the enemies are flashed, you can put down your zero cams, and it's like, okay, cool. The enemy might think, okay, they just flashed us and then one pushed. But do they realize though, when that flash went off, Zero was putting cameras everywhere he can possibly put them, and then now you can actually put an execute. Yings go a certain way. Yings, you know, detonate sooner. Yings detonate later. Smokes goes out because you know where the enemies are at based off that one distraction, which was the semi charge. And then being useful and helping. If I'm Jacko, right? I'm Jacko, and my teammate needs me to scan somebody because he can't scan because he's Ash. You know, he can't do shit. I'm gonna have to go out my way, tell him two things: I'm on the way, or hold on. Then after that, I can go to my teammate in need and scan for him because I can only wait. Can you see the scan too? Yeah, you can. So once I do that for my teammate, I can go about my business or play with him because why not? Why not stay here? You might as well pair up with a teammate, you know? So yeah. And being useful isn't necessarily getting all the kills, but it's assisting. It's assist. It's calling out. It's like, as I move, drone for me. You're helping me, you know? And sometimes when it comes to an attack, you have to make the first move. Spawn peeking is the worst thing for attackers because they can't react fast enough. Who the fuck is going to worry about a window being broken if I must get inside of the site, you know? So everything plays its part when it comes to being an attacker because it's very hard because defenders already have the advantage, you know? Always shoot cameras an attacker. Always, always, always shoot cameras. So now, when you think of a wall bang, the door should be right here. That's the door. and that's the power of defending. It's letting the game play out. As a Capcan player, you don't have to stay alive. As long as you have good Capcan traps and time is running down, you get kills every single time. So as an attacker, that was very, very bad of me. But for defender, very, very good because, you know, things happen. So that's okay. Things happen. Things do happen. I would say that. But when it comes to being useful and supporting, that's where Twitch comes in at. Why, as a Jackal player, should I worry about Capcan traps? I have a Twitch on my team. Can she use her drone to Twitch out these Capcan traps? You know what I'm saying? So it's not about being the main character. It's just, bro, you have a role. Like your role is bare minimum. It's bare minimum. And I'm not gonna lie. There's a lower chance a teammate will ask for help from a Jackal player versus a Deimos player because Jackal only scans one time, and not even that. It's a footprint, so it's like, okay, cool. I have to turn it on and look. But now with Deimos, it's more so of working in your favor. It's much so giving you the power of what you want to do because you can see them for the first 20 to 25 seconds and then now after that it's over. But in that 25 seconds you can move around, you can shoot somebody else, but you know where this person is at all the time because you have him scanned. And then you can tell your teammate, you know, he's here, he's up here, he's there, and you can move freely based off that one call out, off that one player, you know? If you have a scan on an enemy combatant and then you're downstairs, you don't have to worry about upstairs because you're already downstairs. 1, 2, you're already inside of the building, and 3, you have a pinpoint scan on somebody, so you know what is available and not available inside the building as an attacker. So remember that. it takes a lot to process, but once you realize it's just a mindset that you must have, it's easy. It's really easy. And some things you do as an attacker, it becomes it becomes a thing. It becomes a custom of what your playstyle is. People love to sit like back. I'm gonna show. People love to sit in ranked games back behind this like half wall. So as an attacker, I shoot cameras. Where is it? I shoot cameras. Defenders love to sit back on this half wall. So as an attacker, an IQ good attacker immediately shoots through this because they are guessing someone's gonna sit on that half wall, or it's a certainty that someone's there. Let's check. Well, someone is there. Bad aim, bad aim, bad aim. You know what I mean? So it's all in the mindset. It's all in the mindset. It's all part of the game. This is Rainbow Six Siege, literally. Did I knock him? Let me see. Thank you. You got a cap can? They do.
15秒。10秒前。敵部隊排除。ミッション完了だ。
So, when it comes to being an attacker, it's the scariest thing. It's the first thing I said. Once you start, you cannot go back. You notice how the Melusi was able to rotate freely and not worry about her surroundings as much? You know what I'm saying? And minus based off the kill off of Capcan and the Melusi going off, she knew where I was at, and she's the AI, so whatever. But anywho, it's harder for attackers to actually move as freely if they don't have information or intel on a room or the part of a map. I want to separate the room and the map. You could be in blue bar and have a drone in hookah. You trust hookah more than blue bar because you have a drone in hookah and you're in blue bar. But why do you trust hookah more than blue bar? Because blue bar can always be flanked. You can be wall banged. You can always get caught up in an altercation. LOL. You can always get caught up in a gunfight because they can go to blue bar, and then you're on your drone, so you can't shoot them. But if you have a drone in hookah and you're in blue bar, you're trusting hookah more because it's totally clear and it would give you intel if someone walks into hookah. So you don't have to worry about, I can't go there in time. Well, I can't see him. Well, let your drone do its job. That's one thing. Drone. If you have no drones, use process of elimination. It's very hard to do that. It's because you're not gonna always know. Let's be real. And visual is the main player that people love to use and hide from drones. So you never know if someone's there or not. But there's ways to know if a player is in the vicinity. You know, there's ways to know if someone's in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, it's very common for people to chalk themselves because they're in scenarios where they can't clutch up, or they're in scenarios where it's hard to find enemies, or it's very hard to get at least a kill or get in the building at least, you know? Don't let the spawn peaks and runouts scare you from getting in the building. Cause once it does, they already won the game. Cause you won't get inside the building. So the next time you have a spawn killer trying to kill your teammates or you, don't stay outside thinking I'm gonna win this game. No, they're defending. They don't have to go outside. They can, but they don't have to. Whoa, 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 whoa. And being aware of your surroundings, always check for traps. They have What? He's not dead? What? But that's why it's hard for attackers more than defenders. Defenders could be anywhere. Attackers have to select where they want to go and pursue that. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult. It's a lot when it comes to attack and defending. It's very scary. It's a push or pull method. If you pull too hard, they can allow that fall and just hope that you fall with them. And that's trap ops. And when it comes to a push, enemies from either side can't allow a push too hard. But if you push and not be coordinated, it can fall apart. It can crumble. You know, like a cookie. A cookie is a perfect sphere. A perfect circle. But once you push it together, you crush it. You make a cookie crumble. But if you pull the cookie apart, you still have chunks of the cookie that's still eatable versus just crushing it and having it in crumbs. You know, it's not enjoyable. That's what I'm saying. So be coordinate. Coordinate. If you don't have teammates, have randoms. Well, what? If you don't have teammates, you will have randoms. But if you have no randoms, you have teammates. Still coordinate. Try your best. And if your randoms don't talk, I know we all go through that. If your randoms don't talk, you just have to be the person to talk for them. And then if that doesn't work, just play by yourself. Have that solo cube mindset. If you see shit going left, go right. If you see shit going up, go down. You know, do the opposite, but try to help the best way you can. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen some good coppers, bro. I've seen some good coppers. They take their sweet time, but I've seen some good coppers, bro. So I can't completely shut down on them. I don't play Fenrir at all. I don't even have Fenrir, but I don't use Fenrir. Weird. Okay, now this is defending. Number one thing about defending, we have 3 attack, 3 defending pinpoints. You can be anywhere you like. As you seen last playthrough, defenders could be anywhere they want to be. You don't have to worry about nothing. You could be downstairs and site could be upstairs. You don't have to be inside of site. Do you have to? No. Should you? Yes. But you could be anywhere you like. Defenders have to drone first. They have to use their itty bitty roaches to find where you're at and find where roamers are or what they can decide where to push from, or just genuinely having a flank drone, you know? So for the first 20 seconds, you could be anywhere you want to be. Imagine this as hide and seek or prop hunt. No, better yet, hide and seek. You can hide, like, you know, you have 20 seconds. You have the time to hide. But remember now, you have to defend the site. You have to defend the site. So if you're roaming, how can you defend the site? You can Make a hole here. You can find alternatives to make you move around the map better, faster, and smoother without trying to not die. And as a defender, it's harder because you have to watch things like back to back. So if you don't have teammates, it's hard to honestly watch things, you know? It's hard to watch, you know? Because, and the important thing is when it comes to defending is this guy. This changes everything. This guy right here changes everything, bro. Everything. What? This boy right here changes every single thing.
Mission 成功。
So it honestly doesn't matter where you're at as a defender, but as long as you are defending the site. That is my point. That is where I want to get when it comes to people roaming, like roaming too far or roaming too close or not roaming at all. I don't care what you're doing. It's the fact that you act like you don't know what the objective is. You have to defend the site. You could be Caviar and be in fucking basement, and site could be in kitchen. You have to make your way to kitchen again because we might need you. And through basement, you have doorways, you have windows, you have walls. Can you get an interrogation? That might not help the objective, but it's helping the team. It's being useful and helpful at the same time, you know? And it gets you kills. And you don't have to be a top champ. That is a copper level base. That is bronze. That is the bottom of the barrel. You have to defend the site. Do what you want to do, but the requirement is defend the site. The requirement, it isn't to win, but it's to win. Just feel like a winner. Okay, I got 2 kills. Cool. But we lost. Okay, I feel good. Those 2 kills did impact. You won. Okay, next round, we win. I got no kills. What can I do better? Okay, and so forth, so forth. It doesn't necessarily have to be kills, win. No, if you get one interrogation and all of a sudden you win, you helped out. You helped out. You know. Don't be so hard on yourself because you're a copper, bro. You can learn at your pace, but there's paces where you have to have full focus. You just can't think about 20 other things and not have a main priority. That's just, you have to have that type of mindset where when you hear callouts, it's going to annoy you. It's someone's here, someone's there, he's here, he's there. Don't do that because of this and that.
しっかり備えろ。
I get it. It's annoying. It's complicated, but it helps. It helps you. If I'm in kitchen, right? Well, cafe, and my teammate says there's someone above you, and you just run away. That does nothing because now they have side control, and then they can completely hold you from walking back in again. Now you're dead. Versus someone says someone's above you, and you're a zombie. Kiba it.
10秒前。
Simple as that. They have to shoot that down. Or, you know, someone's above you and you get a better angle on them. You know, it's trusting your teammates. Like, not every call out is to hurt you or to scare you. It's to help you, you know? If you're in kitchen, right, and your teammate says there's someone in EXO. Where's EXO? Downstairs. So when you hear EXO, that means someone is going to be flanking from the bottom. And that means they're going to be coming from here. You're in kitchen. EXO doesn't concern you. But you have to remember now, that can be an easy flank. Here too as well. So when you hear callouts, it's not to scare you, it's to prepare you. It's to damn near prep you for a fight. Again, if I'm in kitchen and my teammate says someone's in EXO, where's EXO? Downstairs. So get ready for a slow push. Get ready for an Ash. Get ready for someone coming up. Get ready for a creeper, basically, is what they're saying. Is because, you know, who the fuck would push EXO if site is upstairs? Be for real, you know? But, you know what I'm saying? Another thing. Sorry. Protect what is yours. What's yours? Site. It's been 2 minutes. It's been 1 whole minute. Now they're pushing. Protect what's yours. It's site. Protect what's yours. In the case, see, not a clue in the world not sold. You know what I'm saying? Attackers, I mean defenders could be anywhere they want to be. Notice how no one watching the flank, right? Notice how no one had an air jab, a drone, nothing to watch my flank, right? That's how defenders work. You could be anywhere you want to be. You could be anywhere you want to be. You don't have to be in one position every single time. You can move around. Bro, I sold that big time. But yeah, you could be anywhere you want to be. So that's just a proven thing that attackers have advantage of a proven thing defenders have advantage of attackers is they could be anywhere they want to be. I can't do that as an attacker. I am forced to damn near push something and take that positioning. I cannot be in every room at once, but you can as a defender because you're already here. This is what you're protecting, your home. The map, the site, whatever you're doing is your property. Protect that. Protect your room. Protect your teammate. Protect your gadgets. Protect your mirror. Protect something that can give you a W. And like for you, you know? Play off cams and traps. That sounds self-explanatory. Play off your traps, play off cams. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of attackers do not shoot cams. Why? I don't fucking know. But they don't shoot cams. Shoot cams. It's very helpful. You notice how when I flank these guys, no one in their right mind had the idea to peek this. Mind you, I have a video I gotta show. Shout out St. Val, bro. I got 2 clips I got from one of these videos that I want to show in the end of the video to actually put in a fast-paced call-out, people talking, you know, demonstrating what I'm trying to say. No one was watching this. No one was watching that as I flanked. So that's in the upper hand for defenders and cameras. These guys right here help a lot. They help a lot. They help a ton. Use them. You know, use them. In certain scenarios where you have people far away, see that X on the camera, he shot it, you know? He's back there, you know? See? They help a lot. Someone's here. I can full sprint without worrying about anything because I know for a fact he's here. He's upstairs. Like, I can sprint knowing that I'm safe because cameras, you know? Because cameras, you know? I don't have to put myself on, what's the word? Like, don't chalk yourself. Don't overthink. Don't try to be the fucking mega mind to know where everything's at. You won't. But How you could know is use your cameras and ping for yourself. That's the number one thing I love to do for me is ping for myself. If my teammate sees it, cool. But if I ping, that's for me. That's for me. I need to know what's going on here. He is here. Drone. I got 21 bullets left in my weaponry. Drone. Whoa. And sometimes it's easier for you to actually play when you know what you're doing and why. And sometimes you look, sometimes you will look crazy when you constantly shoot through things. It's not the fact that you're cheating, it's the fact that, bro, I don't have to physically look at you to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? And that is the biggest thing about when it comes to Siege, is the fact that it's trusting your surroundings. It's trusting enough that things can happen in your favor or not. But all the time, it will always put you in a position to think. It doesn't matter if it's important or not important. It will make you think, because what's not important will eventually be important, you know? I'll give you an example. Cav players, perfect. Your team calls out, they have Caviar, cool. But Caviar is nowhere to be found. You ignore that. It's not important. But what you should do is keep it in the back of your mind. They have a Caviar. She's sneaky, so you never know. But let's pretend that you don't know that. Okay, you ignore that. It's a 4v2. You're up 4 players. Defender has 2 players. Now all of a sudden, you're like, how do we lose this? The Caviar. You completely ignored the fact that he had a Caviar. So you have to put things in the back of your mind. It doesn't matter if it's important or not important. You still have to keep it in the back of your mind. If it's super duper not important, like it's like useless, I will understand that. But when it comes to players that have a role and it gets ignored, that's the whole entire point. Caviar is not a player to be thinking about constantly because it scares you. If you keep Caviar on your mind, it's like a demon that can possess you if you think about it. That's what it is. So it's like you can't keep certain things too focused, because you would mess up the plot. You would lose the plot. It's like, okay, we want to do a 4-2 push, you know? 4 people push in, 2 drone, cool. Those 2 players have to drone out the other players, and the other 4 just rush in, get killed, blah blah blah. Once that Caviar knows it's some type of strat going on, the Caviar can interrogate, she can full kill, she can do what she want to do, because now the game is playing in her hands. You don't want to be too afraid because of certain operators and you play a certain way. The worst thing you could do with a Caviar on an enemy team is drone a lot. Don't drone a lot. Expect something. You know, go Nomad, go Zero, go Claymores, go Jackal, go Deimos. You know, you have these operators that can counter her. But if you constantly try to find Caviar, you waste time, and that's a W for her because she's a roamer. 2, her teammates could flank you, and 3, you lose the game. So don't focus on a player. focus on the scenario. If they have a Cavalier, they probably have someone like, you know, Rook or a Visual. They bruh, really nigga, they might have someone that might not support her, but it could be useful, you know. So be mindful, you know. Mozzie and a Cavalier, a perfect pair up, you know. You can drone for Cavalier as she runs around, you know. It's a lot of things you can do to be cool, be different, be the best, be the worst. There's a lot of things. But that was it for defending and attacking. But now I'm gonna show a scenario where I'm gonna try to put it in my best can this nigga move from my window? Ain't no grass over here, bro. Nigga trifling. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna try to put it in my best. Wait. It was this one. I don't know what video it was, but this is what made me have the idea to make this video. I'm going to it backwards. This right here, how do you play this? So this is a site setup. Well, one part of it. You reinforce. Matter of fact, I'll do it. I'll put it into a point of view. Ain't shit on that floor, bro. We're just bud. And I want to show something too before I get back. Don't lose me now. What was it? It had to be like 3 days ago. I was watching Bolo, and then he made this weird looking. He made. I'm gonna use this wall. He made above the level feet holes, and he called it. It was called knee holes. So this would be for the feet, and then going above more would be like the knee area. So knee, torso, kind of. Okay, yeah, knee. Okay, knee holes. So it was kind of cool when I first heard it. Knee holes are literally just to see your knees. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, what? Seriously? Like, it's just for your knees. And then you have head holes for your head, which is reasonable. Like, that sounds smart. And then you have feet holes. So all I want to show is there's 3 types of holes you could make as a defender: feet, knee, and head. Cool, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. That was it. So you have 3 types of holes: knees, feet, and head. You have a vault. You have a vault. You have a vault. Vault me through. You have a vault, and you have a rotate. You have a rotate. A crouch rotate, actually, to be exact. A crouch. And then you have, I'll make a big old hole. And then you have a run through. A body rotate. A run through. Run through. So, vault, crouch, run through. But yeah, anyways, back to the main topic. How do you play this? How do you play sites where they have visible connection to the outside? How do you play against defenses that have visible connection to a different room? How do you play that as an attacker? In scenarios, you anticipate. You always anticipate. You're not going to know they're there, but you drone and you anticipate. You guess. You pre-fire. All those things come in play. But I can't remember what video it was, but bro was here. He was stuck. Like I want to explain to you guys. Good players are the worst when it comes to being stuck in spots. Great players know what to do when they're stuck. It doesn't mean a guaranteed win, but it's at least trying, bro. It's at least knowing what you can do in the meantime. So he was stuck in this position, and then it was someone over this wall. I know he was Nomad though, but stuck behind this wall, and then he was shooting, anticipating that he's going to be in this area, and literally he was shooting him through the wall, hitting him. I think he was probably here or probably in this little area, but he was shooting him through the wall, not even seeing him, but the enemy could see him. Like, how do you, as a defender, how do you lose this? How do you lose this? A good attacker. They anticipate. You don't have to see me. And then in some cases, it was on border. It was prone. You sit here prone and you play it. And the number one thing too about attacking and defending is you're probably going to have to play in their favor. Meaning you have to push in this. Sooner or later, you will be exposed. There's nothing you can avoid that. You will be exposed. So if you go around, you will be exposed again because there's two sides to this. So it's not the fact that, oh, I can't push here, it's too much work, or I can't push here, you know, I'm gonna get stuck. Correct, but where else would you go? And then when you go there, how would you execute that push? If you had a plan to push A site, but you can't, and then you have no plan for B site, you might as well just rush in B site and die, or just try to push A. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, he was stuck, and then got the kill. But what I want to show is anticipating angles and shooting. If it's a 1v2 scenario and you're stuck here, the enemies know you're here. You know they're in the building. You know they're here. So the only thing you could do as an attacker is just tease. See what's going on. See where they're at. Tease somebody. Because once you do this, the guy over here will push you. And that's a cue for you to react on that. And that's it. That's the easiest bait as attackers. When they tease when they tease the opposite player and they let the other player push them, flank them, or give their position away based off a call out that their teammate is giving them. So it's the fact that I don't want to kill this guy because obviously it's going to be harder for him for me to kill him, but I want to kill this guy here because it's easier for me because he's closer. And I can hear him better, and I can obviously get a pick on him because on my, you know, my problem at task. So I'm gonna want to bait somebody to gain somebody, you know. So it'll look like this. The guy pushes up here, I kill him, you know, like okay, cool. He can see my feet, but the pre-fire is so instant, he doesn't get time to react. And then now it's a 1v1 between this guy and me. So now I can back up some more because no one's watching this. I can use it to my advantage now. I can come up here now because he can't see me, you know? Now this is a better 1v1 now because it's isolated. Anyways, yeah. That is how you could be the best copper, bro. Like always, have fun. GG's.